One other thing's happened.
Yes.
The doc was threatening to put me near the window and have the window open. I need him disciplined, says the word. He kind of bobs up and down on the perch.
And what weren't you doing, or what had you been doing this time to cause that?
Nothing. I was just sitting in my cage being good.
Come on.
He was just upset because he can't learn air magic. I tried to teach it to him, but he's just dumb. Dumb.
Speaking of which, you still haven't taught me air magic.
Dumb. I mean, the doc. He attempts to teach you air magic.
Doc, you might want to get in here. Yeah, right.
He's going to try a teaching role for Doc, who bursts in, looking around wildly.
Teach it to me.
Oh, let me check his actual air spell. Ah, damn it. He made it that time. You pick up the level 1 air magic thing, Doc Fulton.
Oh, what is it?
I think it's no smell, but it's on the boards.
Yeah, Logan's been posting them up on boards. All right, so...
As Logan gets lazier and lazier.
Oh, man, yeah.
Eventually, makes it a bit easier.
Eventually, if we make millions of dollars or whatever, I'm going to hire somebody to cut up all the videos and do it professionally and shit like that, and maybe put green screens behind each of you guys so we can have you in strange and exotic locations while you're playing. Make other people jealous.
All right, so in regards to the tarot deck, we have 68 cards. Now, several of the cards you had, Tommy, are duplicates, so looks like it's for a second deck, which is fine because we knew that was going to happen. That it would look like it would go in a cycle, which is good because it means that once if it turns out what they allow us to do or what they give us is good, then we'll get things. Oh, did you get any more cards, Doc, when you went to Bug City?
No.
Since it okay, so it hadn't changed sufficiently to get cards. Interesting. Okay.
Well, so in other words, you're only 10 away.
Yes.
You're fixing to get an Air 4, but unfortunately, the one deck's already gone out, so now you're on the next deck. So exactly. Who knows?
So however, they may fulfill a gap. Oh, Logan, do I need to keep them separate, or it doesn't matter?
Not at all.
Beautiful. I assume that was the case. I just wanted to make sure. In case
I'm trying to keep it easy on you. I don't want to.
I thought you were.
Yeah.
I just in case the backs were different or something silly.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Pretty much all you need to do is talk to Corey and Jess. If Jess doesn't play again, then because Corey's played a few times, and I think he's actually signed up for some more, but they're the ones who have the remaining cards.
Yeah. Corey's actually been posting in the boards a little bit, so. So I'll
Oh yeah, you're very close now.
So I can always say something to him.
Oh yeah.
Boards about if he gets a chance to. Well, I did say, but don't know if he's read the thread. But yes,
he probably hasn't read it. There's a lot of shit on the boards.
Oh yeah. He's starting to post a couple of things.
And then.
All right. Anyway, I will not worry about that for the moment. Move that over there.
That looks good.
All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what to do about the situation with the kids.
I'll go get a drink while you contemplate life. John, they both left you in a different room. You're like,
I'm just,
"Okay."
finishing up everybody's leftover breakfast.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I was able to game a couple extra yesterday and today, so get some free
Oh,
time.
nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Things have quietened down for you work-wise and with your... is it soccer that you're involved in?
Well, I'm at work. I'm a police officer, but
Yeah.
I've been out of work. On January 9th, I got hurt. So I might need another surgery, possibly.
Oh, no.
Other than that, yeah, soccer. We're playing actually indoor right now on a turf league.
Yeah.
Pretty good league. So them games are just on Sundays.
Yeah. Hadn't your wife been injured at work as well?
Yeah, she's still out. She actually, yeah, she had her medical evaluation, and she actually might be going back.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Assuming she wants to go back as opposed to just do a desktop.
Yeah, she's been home for almost 2 years, so
yeah,
long time.
Yeah.
Are we ready at long last? Pete, I think we're going a bit slow.
Yes, I know. We shall go to anyway, so Chris is just going to get a drink, but yes.
Yeah, man.
Logan, I wrote some of my papers yesterday. I just want to clarify. I wrote a +3 for sanity. Is that to add to our sanity or at one point?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just want to verify.
What's your current sanity at?
71.
So you're back to 74. Cool.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to make
a amount of sanity.
Yeah, I didn't want to make that change until I found out for sure.
Good man.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice. The other thing, Logan, get some nice alcohol, like a bottle or two of wine, a couple of bottles of wine, and a couple of bottles of spirits.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can pick up several bottles of different stuff. I mean,
yeah.
No problem. Yeah, you get the sampler pack.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the elven kids bursts in. He goes, "Word is that the mayor is on his way. So if you want to see him, great. Otherwise, you want to go soon."
The mayor or the governess?
The mayor.
Okay,
with
didn't even know.
And
Sorry.
he's dressed in a really horrible version of what you were wearing.
I see. I didn't realize there was a mayor. I knew there was a governess, but I didn't know there was a mayor as well.
He's the lower one on the totem pole.
Yep. Well, I'll be drawing the doorway and all right, making sure these two are in their togas and dressed appropriately.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm like,
yep, beautiful. And then yes, getting him to repeat after me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tommy, you any good at Latin?
no.
No worries. This will take a bit. That's all right. You just got to repeat what I say. It'll just take a little bit longer. Doc, on the other hand, is quite fluent in Latin, but
Now, fortunately, you've got two people with you who, for some fucking reason, are fluent in Latin. You don't remember needing this when you were out surviving the bush in the high Rockies of Colorado. Grizzly didn't really give a shit if you were fluent in Latin or not.
mm-hmm. Yes, and I'll take him through when Doc appears. I'll take him through the.
So should I roll now to see if I got to roll to see if I do this, or while we're waiting?
Let me double check my notes here on this part, because
You said basically it didn't matter if somebody didn't know it because they basically they were repeating the words.
Yep.
So it just means that you don't know what he's
Well,
saying.
If he can make his Latin roll, though, then not only will he get a check and learn a check in Latin, but he'll speed it up.
Yes.
I'll do that. And what am I rolling?
Latin. If you don't have the language, it's
I just learn and roll or learn, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep, that's it.
And it's no times anything, right? Just learn it.
Yeah,
it's not any of them times.
Yeah, learn it based.
You made a shitload of really amazing rolls yesterday, I'll tell you what.
Yes, I did.
Damn close. Damn close.
Yeah, that's very close.
So yeah, he's doing the follow along.
So what am I saying?
Basically, it's a prayer to Jupiter.
Prayer to Jupiter.
In Latin.
Super long.
Super long. I think, was it 20 minutes if someone was repeating after you and 10 minutes if you knew it? Or was it 20 minutes if you knew it and 30 minutes if someone was repeating along?
No, it's about 20 minutes for the first time doing the say after me thing. But if you're fluent in Latin, you can say it really quickly. You get down like 5 minutes.
So what do these words mean, Josh?
It's a 5 minute. Yeah, wait till we're finished, and then I'll tell you what it means.
You notice they drew the doorway with a kind of glowing purplish chalk.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, this will activate the gate and allow us to step through to the halfway in.
Yeah, learning this pretty much the what this is telling Tom is that anytime he wants to go here, he's gonna need to be with somebody who fucking speakity the Latin shit because the pronunciations are super complicated on some of these things and stuff. And so
Joshua was to write it down on paper, would I be able to after would I be able to practice it?
Not really. You pretty much need to somebody needs to make a Latin roll in the group.
Okay.
So Latin is really complicated to actually pronounce.
And where is this? I'm sorry.
I was just going to say we could try writing it down phonetically.
Okay.
But
it's pretty alien.
And where is this? Where are we drawing this up at? Is this in the embassy?
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, he's just grabbed a random wall.
Okay.
Probably in the foyer where you're at, which makes it even better for the scene, which I'll detail when Chris gets here. Was Chris being chased by something when he left, or?
No. I think
he did yell screaming.
I think he's making a cuppa.
Yes, I wish he had his coffee machine next to him, but it would probably end up going like loud blurbling or something. So, can't believe I ate part of a carrot. So strange for me.
Splashing coffee everywhere.
Yeah, my high school team won the Philadelphia Public League Championships. My son actually scored a winning goal. His cleats. Nice. See the cleats in here? He encased his cleats in a glass case and I got him for Christmas. I got him a little plaque that written on there. Wrote on there, it's his name, and they scored a goal in the whole 9 yards.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
That's all his trophies and stuff in the back.
Oh yeah, you've taken over his room, poor guy.
Yeah, he's a junior in high school. Yeah, we're actually going February 23rd. He's going to an ID clinic at Penn State Harrisburg for possible college scholarship.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Don't reveal too much that you don't want studio audience to know. I probably won't even know to edit this and shit.
No bother me.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then proud father, son going to college rather than becoming a pizza delivery driver. Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could do both.
You can do both. That's true.
Exactly.
Now these days it might be Uber or Uber Eats or some shit, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, money's easy to make nowadays with that Uber and Lyft and Uber Eats and.
Yeah. So, no, go on.
I was going to say they're not insane in the States because they're so used to fucking tipping everything.
Yeah.
So now they're like arguing how much should we tip them, and I'm like, just have a fair rather than all this tipping nonsense. Only the U.S. does that shit, and it started with alcohol back in Prohibition, and then it's expanded into food, and it's basically another way to have the people who make the most money, the corporations, not have to pay people. And Americans are like, oh, we got a tip. You got a tip?
Yeah, I actually signed up to do both. I did Lyft a couple times. Actually, in 2 days, I made about $100.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. If that's more than depreciation and gas, then cool.
Yeah. It's not that bad though. It's like I guess the best time to do it and make money is like when you're in between paychecks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think it's great for, like, I've used it a few times. Always sign up for both in the States, because if one's not going, then the other one might, type thing.
Well, the good thing in where I'm at is being close to downtown Philadelphia. I mean, it's a hot area. So, I mean, once you get done, I mean, you could take 2 rides. So, I mean, you're constantly moving. So,
okay,
the money's there, and not being too far from the airport as well.
Nice. So you're getting a few pickups and stuff.
A lot. You can get a lot. I mean, you could make a lot of money down here.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm amazed that it's taken somebody this long to figure out something clever like that. But taxis, I mean, if you call an Uber, it'll be there within probably 2 to 5 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yes.
Taxi, we'll be there in an hour and a half. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
And taxis, their rates are at the roof. Taxis and stuff.
Compared to what the Ubers are.
Oh yeah.
Uber's a fourth or a fifth of the price.
Okay. And yet you can still make money doing it. Interesting. Makes you wonder how much money the owners of the taxi medallions, assuming that you guys have taxi medallions as well. The
only thing we have to have is the logo. Like they give you something for your window. It has to be, by law, it has to be displayed.
Okay. He means if you're actually driving a
taxi. Taxi. The owners of compared to what not the cab driver, but the owner of the cab that the cab driver's driving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Assuming they are probably making quite a bit of money, whereas the taxi driver's not making too much money.
Yeah. There's been a lot of discussion because of the keeping the car up and all that shit, insurance, car, all that. So I have no idea. Somebody with fucking business sense can deal with that, but I like the convenience and the cheap price. I mean, it's probably not cheap in Australia, but nothing is. So
it was cheaper than taxis, but now it is. From people that have been using Uber, have said that it's getting very close. And depending on the time of day and stuff, sometimes taxis are actually cheaper.
Weird.
Because of
Chris is back.
The regulating of it and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Here's what happens, Doc Fulton. You're hanging out there, and Joshua McCabe, after you guys have gotten fitted in your stuff, one of his minions here came and told him something in a low tone of voice, and McCabe's like, all right. And he pulled out a kind of glowy, sparkly, purplish piece of chalk, made a big upside down U on the wall, like a doorway. And then he went through a lengthy fucking Latin thing, so you can give me a Latin roll. He's like blah blah blah, and he's getting.
You gotta basically repeat it.
Yeah, he's trying to get you and Tom to repeat after him, type deal. He's going slow for Tom. Tom is not the Latin man.
Nice.
Fortunately for you, give me a religion roll there, Chris. You may actually already know this one. It's a standard lengthy long ass prayer to Jupiter.
Huh.
So yeah, how Doc knew that is unknown. It cannot be known. So, right, and then he opens up the door, and just as you guys are going through, some guy is announcing the mayor of San Angeles, and then the door closes, and you guys are away. So, you guys have come into a new place, but first, let me do the cards, the tarot cards, so that we do not forget, because McKay will hoover those fuckers up.
There you go.
Like a hoover. And right, let's see. Doc had picked up the 6 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. Tom had picked up the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups.
All right.
Just like a hoover. So, and then, let's see, the entrance itself. Everything is kind of like in some sort of white thing, like you're not sure if it's whitish stone of some sort, and and it has like brown tree or brown wooden things around the edges and stuff to like keep it up. And going through, you discover as soon as you go through the door. What? Oh, there it is, entranceway. Right. There's on the right are 2 fountains. One is about belt level, the other is at foot level. They have a swirl of clean water that comes in one side, exits it swirls around and then exits out the other on both the bigger and the smaller fountain. There's a woman with a hammered iron collar around her neck and a stack of clean and dirty towels waiting nearby. On the other side, the left side, is a big, muscular, scarred dude. Looks like he's dressed in some sort of leather armor. Those who are familiar with Kerboli armor know it. And it's got some suspicious dark brown spots here and there. The individual looks like he's mostly human, possibly bred with something darker, evil, and possessing more teeth. His nose has been broken repeatedly. One of his ears is cauliflower. The other is missing the top bit. And scars adorn him, and he's got like a jack-o'-lantern smile from his missing teeth. And he's got a table and a large handbell sitting next to him. He looks expectantly at you guys, and he says, "Welcome back, gentlemen."
Hello, gang.
He nods toward the lady with the hammered iron collar about her neck.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Slave.
How you spell that?
Slave.
Oh, she's a slave. Oh, slave. Okay.
Yes, slave.
Slave.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're all named that, says Gan. It makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and avail yourselves of her.
Get our feet and hands washed.
Yay.
You do so. Hooray. After that, and I'm getting dried off, Gan motions you in toward the entryway. The walls here, a little nicer, pink marble, white ornate pillars to hold up the ceiling. The floor itself is covered in various intricate mosaics, like they made them out of these little square rocks and shit. And so it kind of gives you a weird pebbled feel to walk around on. And on the picture itself is of some guy with a yellow bladed leaf sword, and there's also penises that lead like footprints further in. The light is made with small oil lamps placed here and there that you're sure that if you brought Freddy here would be shattered and have burning oil everywhere. Following that, you eventually reach, it's kind of like a hotel type desk with the different nooks that have keys and stuff in them. There's a man dressed in an elegant tunic, and he has a toga over it with the gold jewelry about his neck. Pretty much Pete's dressed, or you guys are all dressed a lot like him, except you don't have the bling. There's also a couple of young boys with hammered collars, looking attentive in simple tunics nearby. On the right, stairs going up, made of pink marble. They really like pink marble for some reason. To the left, they've got a split tunnel that has a left-hand branch and a right-hand branch. The guy itself, who is in all the bling, he seems to be in his 30s. He looks very physically fit and handsome in a very Roman sort of way. His nose could be a ship's icebreaker, and his eyes are piercing. He greets you guys in Latin. He says Latin things, Tom. The other two respond with more Latin things. Latin seems to be flying. For those who speak Latin, he says, thank you for saying the prayers to the patron god of this dwelling to come here. Welcome to the house of Vespillo.
Thank you.
He looks at the large amount of wine bottles and such that McKay is lugging around. He says,
I've brought gifts.
You are a wise and kind man, he says.
Yes. Unfortunately, Tommy here does not speak Latin.
He switches to English. He says, greetings, Tommy. Welcome to the house of Vespillo.
These two... Sorry, I was just going to say, these two gentlemen have not been here before, so will need to be inducted.
Very well. He says, he pulls out a box of glowing purple chalk. Give me spot hidden rolls at half is like, it's hard to see because he's just pretty much offering you each a piece of chalk. The chalk itself is not hard to see. Other shit is hard to see.
Well.
That is fucking hilarious. It all comes down to Tom.
Coming in.
Oh, not quite. Almost.
Didn't quite make it at half. All right. No problem. There was some writing on the edge of the box that you guys didn't catch. He puts it back under the counter. And he says, you now have your own piece of chalk. I don't recommend breaking it.
Thank you, sir.
So, yes, of course. Let's see. The rules. There it is. Rules. You may not trade modern devices or materials here with the locals. It's a place for eating, drinking, sleeping, talking, and fucking. If your modern device or material somehow gets stolen or falls into the hands of the locals, it's your fault. They steal it, it's your fault. Leave it at home if you are not confident in your ability to hang on to it, because some of the locals do have light fingers. Also, if you discuss modern ideas with people who are not travelers from afar, such as yourselves, you will be banned. Violence of any sort, whether you are defending yourself or inflicting it upon others, will get you banned. If you have any problems, we have several large men like him, again, with cudgels. Seek them out. They will deal with it. Precious metal can be used to pay for things here. Silver is preferred, although if you are wise and kind, as Joshua is, of course, bringing interesting alcohols from distant lands is well appreciated. Of course, you will only be here a short time or a long time.
I believe, I don't know, how long do you want to spend here, Doc and Tommy?
Well, I wanted to check the place out, and,
Just depending on the length of time, depends on what entertainment / items will be available to us.
If you would like me to arrange a sit-down orgy for you, please let me know.
Such as that.
I see.
Yes. Also, because of the travelers from afar's objections, and they are some of our best customers, no one under the age of 20 summers is permitted in the bacchanalias. Laundry service and such are free as long as you're staying for at least a few hours. Abuse of these slaves will get you banned. If you're unhappy with their performance, please let a member of staff know. They will be whipped. Punished. Yes. Yes. People from your time period are very strange about such things. If you do not wish to dress in appropriate garb once you are here, please drink in the sinister passage within the bar. Yes. Any questions?
No.
Now, as far as trading items and stories and lore with other travelers from afar, such as yourselves, please feel free. Oh, and it has been requested not to make fun of Naughtius Maximus or Biggest Dickus names.
They're still here, are they? Or they've come back?
This is their normal drinking establishment.
I see. Yes, when we were last here, Biggest Dickus tried to pick up Mildred.
Is she the psychotic one?
Yes.
That would have been quite a ride for him. I'm not sure if he'd have survived, but he may have died happier.
I don't know about that.
It
depends on what his tastes, where his tastes lie.
I'm not really certain on that, but many centurions do tend toward violence.
True.
But your costs are, of course, covered for your brief stay here. Please enjoy my house.
Thank you kindly.
sir.
Thank you. All right. So basically, if the right-hand tunnel is where the tunnels are, the right-hand tunnel is where the locals drink.
By the way, if you guys do want to go exploring this, yes, I have a bubble map for it. If you don't, then just knowing left-hand tunnel is probably where you're going is enough.
Yeah. Left-hand tunnel is where the travelers from afar frequent.
Yeah. There's other unlabeled doors and shit here and there.
Yeah, but yeah, there's rooms here to sleep in if you want. Areas to have orgies up to, I think, 8 people.
20 people.
20, sorry. My apologies. 20 people, yes.
So the left-hand tunnels for the left-hand tunnels for what?
You.
Travelers from afar. Doors. Us.
People who don't speak the language.
And the right-hand tunnels for sex.
No, that's
the right-hand tunnel is the locals come to drink.
Only if they're willing.
There was something about going outside about not using the windows or something. I can't recall exactly what that was about.
Are you asking Vespillo that, or?
Yes.
He says, well, if you can get out of here through the window, please feel free to do so. But we are in a unique position where I do not believe you'll be able to go anywhere except for where you have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't believe we can walk out the front door of this place into the zone that this inn exists in, or through a window. I've not tried it, but
I'll tell you this for free. I don't recommend throwing anything out the window. It's rather bad.
Really?
We had one person try that with a chamber pot, and it just let the slaves know they'll empty it.
I see.
Yes, it was unfortunate.
Talk about splashback?
Oh, yes. Indeed. You're familiar with this.
No, it's just, I assume that's what would have happened.
There was, somebody mentioned something about people that go through the back door never return or something.
Yes, we don't recommend the back door. Well, except during, of course, the Bacchanalia.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So he looks at you guys pointedly, like.
Thank you.
He takes the bottles and gestures
Logan, one thing he didn't do, he did not fully introduce himself to these two, which I assume he would have.
Yes, you are quite correct. Take a card, Pete. His full name is Secundus Trebellius Vespillo.
Secundus?
Trebellius.
How do you spell that?
I'll just copy paste it for you. That'll be easier. These fucking Roman names. There you go.
And he is the was he like an owner here or something?
He claims it's his house. He calls the house of Vespillo.
Yeah.
So
Yes, it's known
hopefully,
colloquially known as the Halfway Inn, but yes, it's also known as the House of. It's properly known as the House of Vespillo.
when you said the halfway in, he did wince a bit.
Yes.
Mr. Vespillo, I'm Tommy Barlow.
Hello, Tommy Barlow. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Food, drink, alcohol will be made available, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
He motions toward the left-hand passage, especially since you have somebody with you who, for some reason, isn't fluent in the common tongue of the entire realm.
I will apologize, sir. I will work on that.
Very well.
Alrighty.
Let's see. At least two of you guys are mages. There's something up with this guy, but what, you cannot say.
It happens.
Yes.
Yep. You guys wish to continue on into the drinking area?
Yes, we will.
I wasn't sure if he'd have to kick you into there. So you guys go down the left-hand passage. And there it is. It twists and turns partway along. There's a slave standing there who bows to you. And then you continue beyond. And there's like a curtain. And you go through that. And it's a cavernous drinking hall. There's a whole bunch of weird and interesting looking people in there who are all drinking and talking to each other. And give me empathy rolls, everybody. They have a lot of normal food, but they also have like hamburgers, pizza, shit like that they are serving. Because apparently, America, it's gotten here.
Empathy, you say?
Nice. Yes, everybody's checking you guys out, but covertly. They are attempting to outcool you.
Is there anybody with fully filled in color eyes?
Currently, I don't believe so. However, there are a lot of very interesting looking people there.
Is Hank here again?
Hank and his friends are here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends with him. One has scars and a bumpy nose. These are all, well, that one's a pretty big, rough-looking type. He has another one that has kind of a delicate build and is a bit short with big eyes. There's another guy who has a mohawk. There's a girl who has pale skin and dark eye smudge. Really, really pale skin and very thin. And she's kind of sitting in a little bit of a darkened area with the lamp having been put out near her. There's another lady with super dark skin, oriental eyes, and strange silver tattoos. And there's another lady who is, apparently she's got nothing going for a description other than she's oriental, possibly Chinese.
So was that 4 of his friends were female?
3. Mohawk, big eyes, delicate build, and short, and Scar's bumpy nose were male. So
Okay.
yeah, an evenly balanced thing. Apparently, Hank is woke.
And what was her name? So Falzon is no longer here.
Correct.
She was the one with the white eyes.
Turn around, wide eyes.
Are there any non-humans here?
Well, let me go through the other general description of people that are here. There's a nondescript guy with clean clothing of the. Actually, I think do you know this guy? No. Oh, I think some of you have seen this guy before. Does anybody know who Jax is? Jax. He sells shit.
No, I don't think so.
Because I think Pete may have met him. Not sure.
No.
All right. Well, nondescript guy, clean clothes. Yeah. There's another guy who give me.
I think Yana may have met Jax in vague memory.
Got it. Give me history rolls. I'll tell you, if you make the history roll, I'll tell you the name. If I tell you the name and you tell me who he was, I'll give you a card. If you tell me what time period he's from, I'll give you another card. God damn. Fulton knows exactly who he is, so I'm going to tell him regardless. Tommy Barlow fucking knows too, because he's Tommy fucking Barlow, apparently. All right, so
Party man.
That's right. Here's the name, and see if anybody can tell me who this is. Joe Crater, Crater. Can anybody tell me that? He's responsible for the famous saying, pulling a crater.
That's a famous saying? Oh.
It was in its time period. No?
Is this Jack's guy or is this another guy?
No, this is the Joe Crater guy. He is average height, bit on the heavy side, black hair parted in the middle, in his 40s. Let's see. Well, since you guys didn't get that part, I'll just tell you because James Fulton knows. He is back in the, I think, 1920s. He is a famous judge that just suddenly disappeared. He's a corrupt, philandering judge who, you know, people speculate the mafia killed him or he fled to a different country or maybe went to disappeared in 1930. Made bad deals with the mafia. And yeah, so now apparently he's here rather than being in a ditch somewhere. Which comes as a big surprise. There's another guy who's black guy, average height, broad-shouldered, fairly muscular, unkempt hair, which means a bit of a fro, and a short amount of facial hair, stubble. He has metal cybernetic fingers, but flesh hands for some reason. Just the fingers are cyber. There's another person. Let's see. Checking to see who else is here currently. There's another guy in his 50s, toward the thin side, long fingers, bald. He has a tattoo of a barcode on the back of his head just above the spine with some sort of plastic covered data jack looking thing just below that. There's another guy who is currently playing some sort of card game that the cards are getting split into 3 different stacks. He seems to be wearing a hat that is a parrot hat on his head. The parrot hat seems to be looking around. I think at least one of you may know who it is. He's wearing a necklace made from tiny little skulls and bones, a shirt that says I, and then it has a picture of a heart. It's necromancy. Pink rabbit shoes that seem to be made out of real rabbits with horrified expressions on their little faces. He's wearing a lot of bags and pouches. And some of the bags and pouches seem to have like teeth and stuff like that you have to open the teeth in order to get into it. Yeah. Anybody who knows who it is, it seems to be the Fa King.
Oh, he survived, did he?
Either that or some other weird shit's up. There's another
Lumsey
guy.
Then, huh?
Pardon?
Lumsey.
Uh-huh. Yes. Well done. There's another guy. He's got to have a cameo now and then, Chris.
That's all good.
There's another guy.
Sorry, Logan, I was just going to say, does he seem to recognize us?
Yeah, oh yeah, he smiles at you guys and he's like, ah, ha, ha. And then he goes back to killing his cards for other people. There seems to be a lot of silver on the table. There's another guy, different guy, who's a bald, angry-looking man. Looks pretty like this fucker obviously works out, and he is dressed in a business suit with a toga loosely thrown over the top of it. Like, yeah, I'm blending it. Fuck off. And he also has a barcode on the back of his head, but no data jack. And Naughtius Maximus is there. He's one of the people playing cards with the Fa King. And There's the last one is a very small sanity roll. It seems to be a typical gray alien with the big head, the black eyes and stuff. This one's also wearing a very bad false beard, and it has something that looks a lot like a metal dildo that it's rubbing and looking at you guys. So if you make the sandy roll, everybody do sandy rolls for this unless you've got him maxed out. It's 0 if you make it.
Where's the sanity rolls at?
What does he look like? Does he look like a
info.
beetle or what?
A gray alien, you know, the gray.
Just like a gray, like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, from the
With,
popular
and he's
culture.
got one of those probes in his hand.
And he's stroking it and looking at you. Ah, did you find Sandy?
Yeah.
Cool. He doesn't bother any of you guys. You wake up with weirder shit in bed next to you, which is bad. Then there's other less interesting people, just background. Those
Can I make an alien probe roll to see like what kind of alien probe that might be?
Isn't your alien probe skill build and repair?
Yeah.
You'd have to crack it open and then you could tinker with it.
I have alien probe operation.
If you get hold of it, then you can definitely probe somebody or something.
Yeah. I think it's analyze. Sorry, I've got alien probe analyze and alien probe build.
Alien probe analyze. Chris, you could try that too, which would probably be an opportunity to get checking your learn and build up a new skill. And then you could see if it's the new Mark IV or if it's the old Mark II.
No, although
Does it look like the one we have?
Yes. Exactly like the one you have. In fact, this alien looks suspiciously like the ones you've seen dead, except it looks much more alive.
Does the alien creature have like a name or something like that, or whatever kind of species it is?
I call it a gray alien.
I'm gonna go over to the gray alien.
Everybody always does. All right.
Well,
it's like
Alex was interested in his probe.
I can see that.
I tried to speak alien future prison to him.
It looks totally baffled.
Alien poop alien language. Try to say hello. No, it didn't work either.
You spray it with various fluids and stuff. It looks shocked. It continues trying to talk to you in Latin. It doesn't know what's happening.
All right. Anyway, I'll talk to him in Latin. I go, so, do you know anything about the why? What were the bugs called on the post-apocalyptic Earth?
You don't remember?
Lego things?
That was a long time ago in a different life. Remembering would be nearly impossible for you now.
Yep. Clearly it's impossible.
See? Love
Josh, do you remember what they're called? The aliens there?
Says the evil one.
Like, I'm sure I have it written down. I just really didn't want to go digging.
I can't recall. I know they were like, they looked like they were cousins to Mygo, but I can't recall if we ever heard of the name, their actual species name.
Give me an empathy roll there, Fulton. Lumsy looks at you and crosses his eyes and makes fish bubbles with his mouth. Whatever that means. He did it in a very intense sort of way, so you're not sure what it means. He's just kind of like, You're like,
Are you feeling gassy?
oh, hello, come on over, he says. And the alien you're talking to is like, what?
I'll be there in a moment.
Loopsy throws his hands up in the air like he just doesn't care.
I thought he was playing cards.
We need some hip hop.
Yeah, he totally is. This is distracting for the art people that he's gambling with.
He must be cheating.
Now you've started an argument over at the gambling table. The guy that they keep calling Loopsy looks at you.
Did someone say pot? What's going on? I come back. I'm sorry. I wouldn't know that. Never mind.
As he's leaving the alien table, the alien was like kind of starting to extend his probe and looking at his posterior, and then went, no, and put it back. Fulton didn't see that, but you two did. So it was a close thing.
I turned to the gray alien. I'm like, hey,
It puts the probe under a table and looks very innocent.
what do you know of the species from space that has the beetle face?
It says, there's a lot of those.
They're faceless, beetle-like, and the Mygo,
Mygo?
describe the Mygo are fighting them.
Begins scurrying around in a circle.
Yeah, I've just got advanced
They've
Mygo
been
written down.
enslaving humans to go fight the interstellar war that's coming.
Maybe where you're at. I don't know. Why do you say such things to me? It pretends it has hair so it can pull it.
Hey, it's gonna be okay.
Do you by chance have an X-42 space modulator?
It says, it looks around desperately. Nobody else. Give me empathy rolls as it looks around for help with the other patrons.
Critical.
Nice.
Yeah, minus 30.
Stand by.
Nice. Nobody else here seems to like this alien. One guy even gave it the finger when it looked around desperately for help. It says.
What's wrong?
Excuse me. It begins waddling toward the exit.
Okay. Have a good night.
It comes back, takes its probe, waddles toward the exit.
Oh well. I go over and see what Loomsy wants.
Loomsy grab when you walk over, he grabs the front of your shirt and pulls you down to his mouth.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, he whispers in your ear, while you're in here, don't be in the position you are now because it will probe you if it's around.
Oh, you're set up. Setting you up.
They're gonna probe me, aren't you?
Yeah, he left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, while you're here, don't tell anybody about where you're from, or they'll find it and drain it of resources and maybe kill you. You want to play cards? He says.
I'm not very good. I definitely don't want to play.
Oh. Damn, he says. Well, come back later when you're ready to play.
Okay.
Everybody plays eventually, he says. Everybody.
They just can't help themselves, I've heard.
That's right. Oh, and if you want, the girls will touch your penis. Have fun, he says.
Thank you.
He goes back to his gambling. One of the guys starts crying at the table. He's apparently lost.
What was in
I'm
the
gonna.
pot?
A nice stack of silver.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if there was stuff in there too. It could have been a big.
Good point.
Not that I know anything about.
So,
I'm going to wander over to Joe Crater.
do you other guys want to go with him or?
Sure.
Excellent. Keep the party together.
Mhm.
Always a fucking sensational idea. Otherwise, you end up sitting around pulling on your dick and trying to get involved with the conversation you can't hear. The guy smiles at you and he goes, "Hello, please."
May I join? May we join you?
Of course.
Unless I misheard previously, I understand you're the man to speak to about some of the things going on and rumors and whatnot.
I've been listening to things. I know a few things, of course. By the way, is Latin okay for everybody?
No.
English is fine.
He switches to English. He has, I believe, a New York accent. So he tells you all to fuck yourselves. No, wait. New York. He says, yeah, what did you want to know about? There's a lot going on, as always.
Exactly. What do you know? Do you know anything? Have you heard anything about Zog and Zog's general?
I heard there was some people in here asking about somebody named Zog not too long ago.
Yes, that was me.
He says, not really sure on that.
All right.
He says, what else did you want to know about? Or do you want to tell me about Zog? I don't know. Be careful, he says, because if, it's unwise to reveal too much about where you're from because people may get there. And if they find out where you're from, they may hunt you to extinction if they have any kind of grudge against you. So be careful on what you say here. That's some friendly advice.